Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year we got the Trevor Lawrences. So many tapped to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up a ball in Youth League. They expect nothing less from him again this season.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason #1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from a big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Williams to return. Returns 69 yards. And the Aviators are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they were going to get excellent field position either way. They had pinned them deep, but that's even better.
So in other words, being comfortable with field position, that was going to be okay. But sometimes being greedy is the right way to go. And boy, they take it all the way back, put it in the end zone. A great way to get started for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And drive #1 for them was a punt. We'll see what drive #2 holds here.
And oftentimes you think to yourself, okay, second possession, let's go ahead and open things up. Let's get a little bit crazier on offense. Maybe it wasn't a matter of that. Maybe they just missed a block or two. Maybe they had the right plays called. Sometimes it's just the execution. Let's see if they can execute a little bit better on this drive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Motion man left is Kirk. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Chase Young drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Off the play fake. Russell. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time. Here's Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ken Walker, a 35-yard touchdown run. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw is Beathard. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Beathard. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Jamison Williams. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Aviators have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll throw here. Beathard. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's 3rd and quite a ways. Johnson running left. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Aviators are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 28-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams... Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon Gaud.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Off play action, Richardson. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Aviators just continue to roll.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Here we go. Start. Reload. Reload.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And now the rookie's free. Inside the 20. And the ball is knocked out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And he goes backwards on losing yardage to the 7. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Take it at the 37. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Richardson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
He hit his first. Now this from 43.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff. They run up and send this one away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. On first down, Lawrence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Lawrence will throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now Lawrence on third and long.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the fourth quarter. Now Richardson.
Completes it to Austin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run with Mitchell.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Mitchell again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Taylor will take it in. Touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw Beathard. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic first down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 166 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. It's a big play there, and even 50 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Mitchell, touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So now out come the Jags.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
That'll